Hey guys, I thought I'd just jump on and just do some rambling, I guess, maybe just like jump around with topics. Um, just get things off my heart. I think it's important that we talk and get things off our hearts when we are feeling any type of way. Um, I think it's important for us to express ourselves and to make things known that we feel need to be brought to life. And I think many times it's difficult. We have a lot of I mean, some people would say their throat chakra or whatever it's called is blocked or whatever. But I think in a way that is kind of I kind of do believe that we do get blocked at times. So we need to have a way of venting and expressing, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I want to preface this video by saying that I do not edit any videos. So quite frankly, I'll be honest, I'm technologically challenged. I don't know how. That's something that I want to learn to do this year. I want to learn how to edit the videos. I want to learn how to make them more exciting, maybe make graphics, or, I've seen some other YouTube influencers, and I'm nowhere near them, of course, but I would love to do some of the graphics and kind of the cool things that they do to make the videos a little bit more exciting, because I don't want to really bore people. But today I want to talk about myself and my experiences and how they might help other people, including you, hopefully. That's the point. I think we're here on earth to help each other out, either through experiences, good and bad, or through counseling, or being a friend, or being a family member, or being someone to witness or testify or share with one another. So basically, I'm the type of person who likes to bring people together. I believe in unity. I believe in togetherness. I believe in building each other up, building one another up. And when I say this, I'm certainly not perfect in building one another up, but I do make mistakes, and I readily admit that. I openly admit that. And I always admit that I'm searching, that I'm in the process of growing and developing and searching and becoming a bigger and better version of myself. But my focus is really on edifying one another, edifying people, bringing people into, not just with business, but it is business as well, helping people grow. I do networking for people, for businesses and organizations and small sellers. I've done several different individuals. I've helped them, some of whom are now with their own stores, their own brick and mortar stores, because of my help. Not saying that it was me, but I helped them get started. I helped get them a face in a community, in the crystal and rock community. But it could be any community. So I don't want to get too focused on that community, because this message is something that I want to be bigger. I help network. I do a lot of things on Facebook with and social media, with building groups and communities, and building tight communities, and doing it in a way that it's personal and intimate. There's a group on Facebook, and you're free to join, whether you're into crystals or not. Maybe you would like to purchase some crystals, and there's some amazing sellers on there, and it's called Crystal Connection. Crystal Connection. If you're interested in joining that group, please send me a message on Facebook, and I'll be happy to send you a link. Only profiles are allowed to join, though. No businesses or pages are allowed to join, but you're allowed to plug your businesses, your pages. You're allowed to share your live videos if you do live sales. You're allowed to post sales posts in there, up to 5 a day. We don't want to have one person dominating the group, though. And it's got 6,400 people in there, like 6,000 people in there. That's just one group. And we have other groups building. We have building community growing together. That's a new group that was just formed. And it's a really nice group. And that group's more open for everyone. If you sell Tupperware, if you sell, or if you do a hobby and you want to grow your presence and everything like that. So send me a message if you'd like to join that group. I'll be happy to add you to that group. And that group, you can have pages and groups and organizations can join. The reason we don't do that with Crystal Connection, it's a private group where building community growing together is a public group, is so that it could be more intimate. We want to keep it more intimate. We want to have a family type feel. That's kind of what we're going for. And we will be celebrating the 10-year anniversary on February 1st, 2024. So just a few days from now will be the 10-year anniversary of Crystal Connection. We're really excited about that. Really excited. And I created the group 10 years ago. So I'm excited that a group exists 10 years later, and it's fun. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So basically, in building and lifting one another up, we have to be really careful. We have to be cautious, guys. We have to be, you know, not walk on eggshells, but I think it's important that we are our true, authentic, and genuine selves. I think it's important that we do things in love and light, always in love and light, not out of a dark place, not out of out of anger. And I'm not one that to be honest with the situation I'm going through, I'm still struggling with that a little bit, but um, with, from a place of darkness or anger, or because you are hurt or you're sad, which I have been many times in my life. But it's important to have heart and to really um, do it out of a place of caring. I think that's important. What happened to me was done out of a place of non-caring. I was blocked from a church community because I disagreed with some of the things, that some of their doctrines, and I don't understand why a church would do that. I still don't understand that. I don't have the answers to that, but I have to let it go. I can't continue to live my life being sad, angry, frustrated, confused about why a church would do that. It's a Church of Christ in Louisville, Ohio, that church. And if you watch my other videos, I do explain that church more. And if you check me out on Facebook, a lot of my posts are public. You can also see what the church's name is and things like that. So again, but it's about building one another up. It's about sharing and caring and helping one another. I recently had an experience with an individual too who has really taught me a lot. Actually, the experience was really good at first, but when we broke apart, the experience was not so good. This individual sadly is facing a lot of his own demons, I think, and a lot of hypocrisy in his own life. But I think he's searching too. I think he's seeking too. And I think he is a little indoctrinated. I think he is a little bit brainwashed from said church that I was just talking about. So he tried to help me become a better Christian because I don't think he thought I was a good Christian with his theology. However, I am a Christian. I always say that defensively, but it's true because this church has made me feel rotten. Like I'm like this murderer or rapist or this horrible person, and closed their doors to me just because I disagreed with some of the things they said. I didn't say anything crazy. I don't know. It's just really strange. But anyway, back to Matt. So Matt's an individual who I was friends with. We were very close, very close. And when we broke apart, it hurt. And it hurt me, and I think it hurt him because I wasn't receptive to his advances. I wasn't receptive to his attention and his belief system. Matt is struggling with issues as well, and I won't go into those because those are personal issues, and I don't want to sit here and the purpose of this video is not to bash anybody. The purpose of this video is to try to shed light on what it is, what it means to be a real person, and kind of just have a general discussion. This isn't planned, guys. I mean, I just jumped on, and I was praying and meditating, and something said, jump on, do a video and talk about your feelings, get them out. So in a way, it's therapeutic for me as well. I hope that somebody out there somewhere can resonate with something that I say in all of my videos or any of my videos, even one sentence or one word, or like, wow, I understand what Peter's going through. I've went through that. Or wow, I understand what he's saying because I felt something similar. And our cases may be different, but we still have the same emotions and thoughts and feelings. So I'm hoping that will be the case. But going back to this individual, because it is important that I talk about this, because this is kind of what I need to discuss and what I want to discuss, is I've actually learned a lot. Sometimes in the most negative or most harmful experiences, we actually grow. I didn't really get closure because this individual ended up blocking me after his church blocked me, which I don't know if he was involved with that or not. I'm hoping he was, because that would give me more faith in that church. For a church to block somebody is ridiculous. And again, I'm not going to go on and on that topic and stick on that topic. But here's the point. I need to learn to, we need to learn to find closure in areas where sometimes closure isn't easy. I'll give an example. My father died. When he passed, I never found closure with him because I had a rough relationship with him. We had a tumultuous relationship, and I never had that complete closure from him. I never had that, I'm sorry, son, I love you, son. I had some abusive relationship with him in my youth, and then and later on in my life, I dealt with a lot of things that I struggled with. Um, um, Very serious issues that I struggled with. And then when I got older, then I started calming down. And now at my age, I am trying to find my way to do the right thing and be the right thing. So I never had the closure. So, and honestly, I still don't have 100% pure and complete closure. This situation, although not as serious as the death of my father, has taught me that even though he abandoned me, Matt, and even though the church abandoned me, Louisville, Ohio, the Church of Christ, which is a very legalistic church, I have to find closure in accepting that and coming to terms with that. Do I think Jesus Christ would do that? Absolutely not. Do I think that that is proper conduct or behavior for any church? Absolutely not. But it's not on me. It's not on me. It's on them. And I wish them love. I wish them the best. I wish them happiness. I wish Matt love. I wish him the best. I wish him happiness. His birthday was yesterday, January 26th. Today is January 27th, so we can mark this date as January 27th, 2024. So I think it's important that we learn sometimes the lesson of two things. One is to let go and find closure in places where you don't really have the closure. It would have been a lot more appropriate for Matt and more mature of Matt to have said, hey, let's sit down and have a conversation, or let's talk on the phone and have a nice civil conversation. And things could have ended up a lot easier, a lot nicer. We could have still been friends on social media. That didn't mean we have to be best buddies in real life. And it would have been great for the community because I had high hopes that he and I would make an impact together on the community as Christians and as two people that have good hearts and that care about other people for the most part. Some of the things both of us have done or are doing are not so caring, and I will confess that. I don't know if he will, because he's not the type of person to understand when he's wrong or want to admit when he's wrong, but I am. I will readily admit that I'm wrong, and I will apologize when I'm wrong. He's not that type of person. He's more narcissistic. I don't know. I don't know a nice way to say it or a good way to say it. He has got entitlement issues, and he's sadly thinks he's special, like over other people, and he doesn't exercise humility, which he really needs to do, especially with his own beliefs or what Christ teaches us in the Bible. So, and again, I don't say that to hurt. I don't say that to hurt, guys. I'm just saying the truth. I'm putting the truth out there because I want to explain the experience that I went through, and I hope that it resonates with somebody. So that's the first thing we need to do. The first thing we need to do in finding closure. No, that's the second thing. I think that's the second thing. My ADD just kicked in, so I don't know if I just said the two things or not. But and this isn't scripted again, so I apologize for that. But it's those things. It's not really important anyway. It's those things that we need to come to terms with. We need to come to terms with this. We had a good friendship. We were very close, good friends. and like brothers, like a brotherhood we had between each other. And there's more to that story too, but I don't, I didn't, and I don't understand how someone could just cut someone loose so easily when they're trying to help them out. Certainly not what Jesus would do either. Jesus wouldn't do that. I mean, God would not do that. God would not let you go. Christ would be there for anyone, no matter sinner or saint, no matter what they've done. Christ would deny no one, but he denied me, and that's okay. After he blocked me, I blocked him back. So I want to also state that for the record too. I don't want people to think that it's just one way. And I also blocked his family and members of his church community because Matt has a tendency to stalk me. He had throughout our friendship, he would notice something I would post on somebody else's post and message me, text me saying, the Virgin Mary doesn't intercede to God. Only Jesus can intercede to God. When I said that I'll pray to the Virgin Mary to intercede to God on another person's message, we kind of joke about that. But it's interesting. Like I would post something on Facebook, and 2 seconds later I would get a response or a reply or a text, like really creepy, almost like there's a stalking app. But so I did that just to protect myself. Doesn't really matter though. Let's be honest. Blocking people is moot. I don't block people anymore because the bottom line is they can create 20 profiles and they can watch you. And Matt posts everything publicly anyway. So it's really stupid, to be quite honest, to block somebody because they can still watch you if they want to. I still have other accounts, and I don't have a fake account, but I do have other accounts that I can still see content. And I don't do that. I did it like one time because somebody had mentioned something and I went to look on one post. So one time since this had happened. That's not, I really don't care. I have no desire. The place that he works, they sell the witchcraft items, which is also something I find very hypocritical. I have no vested interest in that place. I lived 10 minutes from there all my life, and I've been there a handful of times, literally. I spent over $1,000 there since we became friends because I was doing that to help them out. They're not doing so great right now, and I was trying to be a friend there too. I do a lot of dumb things. I think love is a really crazy thing. When you love somebody and you care about somebody, you do things that you think that are helping them, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're not. And maybe in his head, he thinks that blocking me was the best thing to do for me. Maybe he believes that. And if so, that's great. I would have liked that to be conveyed to me. If that message would have been conveyed to me, it would have been easier for me to find closure. It would have been easier for me to understand. And I still don't understand, and I'm still struggling. I'm still fighting with that. But I am coming to terms. I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where I'm coming to terms. And I think we need to come to terms. I think that's important. Again, I'm not going to sit here and bash him. I'm not going to point out any of his personal things, not right now. Some of those things will come up in the podcast that I'm going to do describing my experience in series with what I went through, every single step and everything we talked about and everything we had at our own private Bible studies and everything that we did together. The relationship we had with one another. All of those things I'm going to discuss in the podcast. But right now I'm just waiting till probably February or March to start those. So look forward to those. And I think I'm going to leave this with now. I think I'm going to go for the fear of sounding repetitious. I'm going to go ahead and leave this video. I don't even know if I'll upload it or what I'll entitle it, but I'll rewatch it and review it and see what I think, if there's any value or benefit to it. And if not, I will not do that, and you will never have seen this video. But if you're seeing it, great. And please make sure you follow me on Facebook, Peter Lemos. You can follow me. You can friend me. I don't accept business names as profile accounts as friends. I'm very picky with friends. Like I like to vet my friends. So, but if anyone can follow me, I just am picky about who I'm friends with on Facebook. I don't know why either. That's kind of silly of me because most of the content that I post is public as well. And make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, guys, because there's going to be some amazing content and you're going to see me grow. I'm just a little dinky dink YouTuber, but I'm going to grow and expand, and I'm going to try to become a great, a better, not great, but a better influencer, and have better content and have some nice things, maybe some PowerPoints, doing some, let's try some different things and see what sticks, like do some interesting things. So stick with me and watch me grow, watch my process, and see how that evolves. I appreciate you guys for sticking around for 20 minutes. If you stayed this long, I thank you and I appreciate you. And also, please feel free to join the group Crystal Connection on Facebook. It has 6,400 members. You'll know which one it is then. We're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of that group. So make sure you check that group out and join that. There's a lot of amazing sellers. And even though I sell too, I like to build other people up, and I like to share everybody. That's what it's all about. Not just caring about yourself and your own sales, but caring about everybody. You'll notice that I do that, where Matt and other people don't do that. They don't share people. They say that they do, but they really don't. They don't share people out. They don't practice what they preach. And Matt certainly doesn't. And we'll talk about that again in those videos that I'm going to do. But I just want to tell you all, thank you very much. I'm going to end this here, and I will come back and maybe even do a short ramble again today or soon, to clarify some of the things that I said. I'm going to think about what I said in this video. Love you all, and take care, and have a beautiful day.